क्या समझते हो? जस्ट बिकॉज आई गो इन टैक्सीज, हाँ मेरे पास कार नहीं है, मैं गरीब हूँ इधर, कि तुम मेरे दुश्मनों से भी, मेरे ब्रदर तुम्हें मेरा नंबर भी दे सकता है, ये भी दे सकता है कि राइट, और रो भी सकता है कि मैंने कुछ नहीं से कहा, लेकिन पीछे आई वॉज रेज टू हेट जूस अंटिल आई लर्न। ये लोए अल शरीफ का वापस से 31 minutes ago, same I don't know, at oh maybe this was in the beginning for the members only, I'm not sure. अभी सुनो, just because Dubai police, I cannot, I will go to Dubai police. मुझे इधर मेरा रिलीजन पूछा, मैंने कहा पुलिस स्टेशन में, मैंने कहा मुझे नहीं पता मेरा रिलीजन क्या है, कान से राइट। सो आई वार्न यू, एंड आई एम ऑन अ थिंग, रिवेंज, justice, for justice, right? I even told that cousin of mine, bad mouth, okay, I had some things against his mother that I could say on Facebook. I will not stop. Then at that time, no community member, no one helped me on Facebook. No one said. That later on, they've sent Daniel Faisal's, his brother's, younger brother's, David Qasim, who was Hassan. He changed his name in wannabe. और ये अमेरिका इनको माइक वाइक ज़िंदगी दे देती है, दूसरों की ज़िंदगियों को इन्होंने तबाह किया। आई कांट गिव अ केस, टॉक अबाउट इट। किसने किया मुझे इस पे और इसकी माँ पे शक था। 1983 क्रैश, गल्फ एयर क्रैश, इस पे इसकी माँ पे शक था। फिर ये अमेरिका गया है और पता नहीं क्या क्या, वो ड्रग डीलर और यहाँ किस में या काम उसने हार्ड वर्क किया, तो वो फिर ठीक है, लेकिन आई कांट ट्रस्ट दिस कज़न। और सुनो शरीफ खान, तुम्हारा बाप, तुम्हारी माँ, तुम्हारी डी कंपनी, तुम्हारे इब्राहिम दाऊद इब्राहिम या कुछ, समझे? तुम लोग कातिल हो, इनोसेंट पीपल को कत्ल करते हो। तो अभी क्या, अपने प्रॉफिट को बचाने के लिए वैसे ही तुम लोग कातिल हो। अच्छा, तुम लोगों का अल्लाह इतना मोहताज है कि गैंगस्टर्स को तुम लोग यूज़ करोगे, वैसे ही तुम लोग कातिल, तुम लोग मर्डरर्स, मास मर्डरर्स, टेररिस्ट हो। ओके, सो डोंट कम हियर गिविंग मी ऑल दैट नॉनसेंस और थ्रेटनिंग मी। मैंने साइमा पीर को इसलिए थ्रेटन किया कि वो हिस्ट्री है इधर दुबई में। मैंने उससे कहा कॉल द दुबई पुलिस, राइट, हरासिंग यू, आई नो योर, आई कुड, ऐसे छुप के ये लोग आते हैं इधर, पाकिस्तानी यूएई में आते हैं, इन्होंने कितना कितना नुकसान दिया है पता है, फैमिली में, फैमिली फ्रेंड्स बन के। वेयर इज इट? हुसैन सजवानी, हुसैन फवाद सजवानी, माय कजन्स केस हियर, वो he had to use YouTube, not this Hussein. This is my from my his mother's uncle, Hussein no no, his mother, oh Hussein Sajwani is his cousin, Hussein Fuad Sajwani. Fraud case, if I could find. तो कैसे पाकिस्तानी इधर आते हैं, धोखा देते हैं, रियल एस्टेट, और फराद हो जाते हैं, लाइक द एब्सकाउंड करते हैं, एब्सकाउंडर्स। This is his cousin, Hussein Sajwani is Hussein Fuad Sajwani's cousin. क्या धोखा दिया है, पाकिस्तानी फ्रॉड केस, हाँ? 10,000, 10, 100,000. 10, this is 10 million? Pakistani goat looted. Not this, not this Hussain Sajwani. I mean, तुम्हारी डी कंपनी इब्राहिम दाऊद की, तुम क्या समझते हो? समझे? अगर आज हम ऐसे लुटेरे, हुंडे, मर्डर्स से डरेंगे, जो पूरी दुनिया, इंडिया डरती है दाऊद इब्राहिम को हाथ लगाने से, और इसको 10 ऑर्गेजम्स होते हैं, क्या होते हैं तोबा, एक को मारने के लिए। ये साइकोपैथ है। मैं नहीं डरूंगी, समझे? शर्म नहीं आती तुम लोगों को? ना रहम है ना कुछ है, इस्लाम को वो कर रहे हो। और सुनो इधर, मुझे तुम लोगों की माँ कहाँ है? बेगैरत रेचिड वुमन, डर्टी वूम। सो आई टोल्ड देव, अब मैं रोने वाली नहीं हूँ इधर बैठ के रो, वो जैसे दानियाल की तरह, फैसल का बेटा, ठीक है? जब व्हेन इट्स नॉट, कांट फाइंड इट। अच्छा, ये साइमा पीर उधर करा वो इधर आने के लिए मेरी मदर का फाल सच आया था कि तुम दुबई जाना चाहती हो, दैट्स व्हाई शी मेड फ्रेंड्स विथ मी, और देयर वाज मोर बिहाइंड इट। आई नो दैट देयर इज अ गैंग, maybe it was the Gokul, Sukaina Gokul and Rukaya Abbas Gokuls, or maybe it was from my father's side. ये कैसे कि मासूमा का भाई और ये एक ही घर, in defense फिर जो they were changing houses a lot, और ये कैसे इनका डिफेंस में घर मिल गया फेज 4 में, और दो दो दफ लाइक एक 6th फेज में, फिर फेज 4 में। हाँ, ये कौन इनको, ये तो मुझे लगता है स्पाई थी, आई थी सेंटर फॉर एडवांस स्टडीज आफ्टर मी, कि मेरे दुश्मन ने इनको भेजा था। दैट नो वन सीज, एंड देन आई डोंट सिट एंड क्राई एंड अपील लाइक दैट, यू सी। मेरी दादी को कुछ नहीं कहो, हाँ, एंड ऑल द कम्युनिटी चुप बैठे हुए हैं, जो हाँ, मज़ा आ रहा था तुम लोगों को कि ओ शी सेड टू मच अगेंस्ट दौलत. So I suspected David Qasim to do a lot. Gulf Fair crash 1983. My friend's friend getting married to the wrong person. हाँ, और चर्च से तो उसको निकाल दिया था डेविड कासिम को, जब वो कराची में था, हसन नाम था। उसने कहा था मेरी वो अपनी रशियन वाइफ को इतना, फिर मुझे फ़ोन करता था, फिर मैं उसको हेल्प करती थी कि नहीं अच्छा, ये बात करना पड़ता था मुझे, मारता था। कोई उसको स्टॉप नहीं कर सकता है, लेकिन मुझे फ़ोन करता था। तो वो बहुत पहले मुझसे गलती हो गई, निकल गया, बिकॉज द वे। तो ये अभी अमेरिका, अभी चलो अच्छा है, तुम लोग जाओ अमेरिका, तुम लोगों को माइक्स दें, तुम लोगों के पास गिफ्ट ऑफ द गैप्स हैं, तुम लोगों के पास तुम्हारी तुम लोगों की माँ और दादियों ने बड़ा काम किया एजुकेशन के लिए अपने बच्चों का। आई डोंट वांट टू wreck someone's house, बट फिर आते हैं, फिर वो निकल आया जब मेरे फादर, माय मदर जस्ट मे हैव कंप्लेन्ड अबाउट कि वो ना मुझे, माय हस्बैंड इज़ ट्रैवलिंग अगेन, शी कंप्लेन, तो वो उधर भी कंप्लेन किया था अपने, शी इज़ राइटफुली कंप्लेन, शी सेड मेरी और बाबू की नहीं बनती, माय फादर, to her aunt when her aunt came from America to London. when we were living in London, तो मे उनकी aunt ने गालियाँ, गंद against my father नहीं दिया, cursing my father. You know, she was brought up, she was the firstborn and brought up by her this aunt who came to London from America to our house, and then we went out for lunch. So, but this complaint that auntie, so auntie didn't say anything the way her sister, younger sister, and my father, the way my father dealt with her affair with her younger brother, with his younger brother in London, was that to tell her, well, if this is not right, right, to have the cake and eat it too. But that's not how he even brought it out. He said, why don't you marry my brother? Was So she said, well, her husband Qasim will not give her the children. Now in Karachi, she's cursing and all this. My father could have told her, "You adulteress, get out of my house! And what are you doing to my and my brother? Get Stop this!" Right? That's not the way. Kindly, in a gentle manner. अच्छा और अब सब वो अमेरिकन भी कि ये दानियाल और ये तो साइकोपैथ है, right? ऐसा करो, don't do this. What is this? And you've given these people. Well, I told David Qasim, I'm not going. If he called me a fat something that I can't, right? And well, I said I'm not going to stop like this against your mother. And definitely, he's the one, right, who checked in and checked out of Gulf Fair, the luggage. So in church, when he was thrown out, when he married his, after many years, married a first Russian girl, maybe even murdered her. We don't know what happened. He once came with his hand bandaged and said, um, my wife has, what? For, to my mother for the fall, right? And he was sitting outside. So he was hitting his wife. Then later on, she started to work, and he told me, "My wife has left. Can you fill in for her?" Start. So I started work for her wife, filling in, the first uh, Russian wife. That poor wife. Her eyes, black and blue, bruised. Like he used to hit her like that, and he would call me, and then I had to tell him, like, try to counsel him to help his wife so that he wouldn't hit his wife. And I would pray for them, that peace and all this. But later on in year 2000, then after the Air Blue flight crash also, who is behind all this? So anyways, David Qasim, then later on Facebook Messenger, all but no one said like anything to him. And of course, in this, then I went after his sister, just like saying, I'm going, your children and chote chote bache, like little children. I don't think I meant it. Then she's complained to my father, right? Oh, that's great. Like, she's complained to my father. What like वो अच्छा अपने भाई को हाँ? जैसे कि I've become the this thing, like put on an act and going to after her children also. She had, you don't know what they did, and her brother could be involved in this. But see, then she complained, chugli khor kar di na, against on called my father. Somehow I don't know how, Abbas ke through ya kisse. See, chugli khor kar diya na. She complained to my father. In fact, I can't get her. She's now with the Shia married in America. What's that place? Shia, and wearing whatever she, but like वो knickerbockers and all this, right? वो American, लेकिन मुझे like this is my madness right now. You see, I wore shorts. I was a Shia. But that my friend's friend, I suspected her brother. आखिर complain किया ना, so see. तो अगर सताओगे तो वो complain करेंगे. So if I'm complaining and I say I can't get you this way, I'm going to get you. Get your mother. मर भी गई है तो फिर क्या? Right? Expose her. What she did. तो ये बड़े लोग और ये जो ये भी कुछ ठीक नहीं है. They're not. कौन? किसको तुम लोग बचाओगे? I mean, किसको तुम लोग इधर? हाँ? वो दानियाल तो चले गया होगा अमेरिका, उसको माइक वाइक जैसे ये लगता है अभी दानियाल की तरह है, फैसल का बेटा जो इमाम तौहीदी को इंटरव्यू किया है. और इनके पास गिफ्ट ऑफ द गैब है और ये वानाबीज ये बहुत जल्दी सीखते हैं. हम लोग अमेरिकन स्कूल में थे, हम लोगों के पास अमेरिकन एक्सेंट नहीं थी. मेरे मी एंड माय ब्रदर हम लोग ऐसे छोड़ते नहीं थे ना, ऐसे कुछ ड्रामाबाजी. क्वाइट सोबर पीपल. शरीफ खान आओ इधर, मुझे धमकी दो. अभी यूएई पुलिस भी कुछ नहीं कर रही है ना. अभी मैं तुम्हारी माँ को नहीं छोड़ूंगी. शरीफ खान, बुज़दिल के बच्चे, तुम्हारी बहन कहाँ है? तुम्हारी बेटी कहाँ है? दे दो उसको 50 year old प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद को. 6 साल की अगर. अबू बकर ने कुछ नहीं कहा. अबू बकर ने जब कुछ नहीं कहा, अबू बकर कैसे कह सकता है? तुम लोग एक ना कनेक्ट, कभी कनेक्ट नहीं करते हो, कभी कनेक्ट करते हो आयतों को. सोचो, अबू बकर ने इसलिए दिया, बेचारा लूज था, उसको पैसे चाहिए थे और उसकी बेटी भी लूज थी, वॉज लूज. अबू बकर कैसा देता? तो ये कब आई आयत? और अबू बकर ने डिसीव फूल करके ड्यूप करके प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद को कहा मेरी बेटी 9 year old 6 year 7 year old से शादी करो, जब वो 50 year old का था. सूरे 33 आयत. तो ज़बरदस्ती जब ऐसा डराया है इस प्रॉफिट ने अल्लाह को, ये झूठा अल्लाह है और तुम्हें अपनी बेटी अगर देनी है तो दो 50 year old मैन को 6 साल की. अबू बकर ने अपनी बेटी दे दी. अबू बकर gave his daughter her. ये क्या हो रहा है? I never used to talk like this and made mistakes like this. It is not for a believing man or a believing woman. When Allah and His Messenger, तुम लोग इतने जालिम हो मुसलमान. ये तो एक लॉयर की फॉरेन बीवी ने कहा था, वाइफ ने. पाकिस्तानी इतने जालिम है. बल्कि उन्होंने ये नहीं कहा था कि पाकिस्तानी जालिम है, उन्होंने कहा था माय गॉड मुस्लिम्स आर सो जालिम. ये तो आयशा ने भी कहा कि मोमिन ने जितना मोमिन women have suffered in the hands of मोमिन men, not even. वो तो आयशा ने भी कहा, राइट? तुम लोगों का जुल्म ख़त्म करने इधर हम आए हैं, तो तुम लोग जालिम तो छोड़ोगे नहीं. ऑफ कोर्स यू आर अ जालिम शरीफ खान। तुम्हारी माँ भी होगी जालिम, तुम्हारा बाप भी जालिम होगा, कोई शक नहीं है उसमें। तुम क्या समझते हो इधर आके? ना यूएई एक्शन लेती है इधर, तुम्हारे बाप से कोई नहीं डरता इधर। मैं जब जुल्म को मिटाने के लिए कर रही हूं ये, तो क्यों डरूं? समझे? चलो इधर आओगे अपनी जुल्माती लेके। गल्फेयर क्रैश, ये मेरी प्रिंसिपल को कैंसर दे, तुम लोगों की बेटियां हैं। सी हाउ आई गॉट अप अगेंस्ट माई ब्रदर्स। मेरी माँ को, मेरी दादी को कुछ नहीं कहो। सो गो एंड गिव इट टू योर अंकल डेविड कॉसम। हाँ, उधर आके रो रहे हो फेसबुक पे, मैसेंजर वॉइस चैट। हाँ, मेरी दादी, हाँ इधर, फिर ये लोग मुझे जालिम समझे, तो लोग तो क्या, और ऐसे भी लोग हैं, अभी मुताहर नहीं है, मुताहर Allah, this see Zara, what she's saying, she's abusing me. Zara's abusing me. लेकिन ज़रा की नीयत बहुत साफ है, ज़रा की नीयत बहुत साफ है। ऐसे ये क्या, slapping my sister just because she went to Afsar auntie's house? Shabir! On the phone, I had to confront her. Shabir, her husband. Phone on the phone. Zeko, see. देखो क्या? Listen. Zahra is abusing me. ये क्या? शबीर देखो, हसन, हसन। अभी अब्बास भी रो रहा होगा। जहरा ने मुझे ऐसा, हाँ, जुल्मात को बंद करना है। तुम लोग जो इस्लाम, तुम लोगों के अल्लाह ने इस्लाम को यूज करना, तुम लोगों के मॉडरेट मुस्लिम चुप हैं, सिर्फ कुछ बोल रहे हैं, राइट? इतना बेगिंग होती है। वो बेचारी कैंडी लुबना जी बेग कर रही है, बेग कर रही है कि ये क्या है, प्लीज गेट अप। आई एम नॉट, आई एम जस्ट, she, what did she say? I'm just a concerned person. But of course, in this condition, I cannot talk like Lubna. I'm just a concerned, person about the bad apples I talk on, and उसको भी धमकियां दे के, तुम शरीफ खान सुनो, ओए तुम्हारी माँ को इधर बुलाओ, ओए औरत बुड्ढी, अपने गुंडे कातिल बेटे को खुद भी कातिलाना। तुम लोग कत्ल से, तुम लोगों को बस कुछ बहाना चाहिए, कुछ वो चाहिए। पाकिस्तान में नफसा नफसी विलेजेस में जाहिल लोग बंदूकें उठाते हैं थोड़ी थोड़ी बात पे, कि वो एक पठान यानी डोमेस्टिक वर्कर आती थी, बाजी मार देते हैं। नफसा नफसी, थोड़ी सी बात हुई, बंदूक उठा दिया। आई विल हम तुम पता नहीं पश्तो नहीं आती है, थोड़ी पंजाबी आती है। मैं तेनू मार देता हूँ, ठुशू ठुशू करके मार देते हैं। ये तो तुम लोगों का जाहलत है। उधर विलेजेस में बेचारी मुख्तारम आई कि उस पे रिवेंज पे ग्रुप गया उसको। ये क्या है? हाँ, उसने क्या, उसका क्या गुनाह था, क्या उसका क्राइम था मुख्तार माई का? ये तो तुम लोगों की हालत है, जाहलत पे जाहलत, जुल्म पे जुल्म। अभी तुम इधर आते हो, मेरा भाई भी इधर छुप के आता है, समझे? उससे जिससे मैंने अब तो वो क्या बोलते हैं, पूरा शक्ल दिखा दी है दूसरे भाई की। इधर। गुड गॉड, ऐसे जाहिल लोग हैं। चलो ठीक है, वो दौलत के जो हैं वो अमेरिकनाइज्ड होना चाह रहे थे बेचारों को। वो उनकी माँ को वो उनके फादर ने कॉन्फिस्केट कर लिया। सऊदी अरेबिया में स्टुअर्टेस थी, बहुत ब्यूटीफुल थी, बहुत टॉल थी, शादीशुदा थी, लेकिन वो सऊदी अरेबिया ने उस टाइम पे उनको ले लिया। तो फिर उन फिर उनके बच्चों को, बिकॉज़ वो कमाती थी सऊदी एयरलाइंस में, वो निकल गया मेरे मुंह से कि उसने लंदन में क्या किया था। बिकॉज़ वो मेरे फादर को उस टाइम पे हॉट ब्लडेड, डिफेंडिंग माय फादर लाइक दैट आई वाज। तो आई हैड इनफ ऑफ दिस। फिर वो जब आई नेक्स्ट टाइम, मुझे कहा, मेरे हस्बैंड ने बीच रास्ते में मुझे कहा निकलो कार से, एंड ही वाज इन, देन ही अलाउड मी। सो आई सेड ओके, सो you she made me feel guilty, and for the rest of my life I felt guilty that her husband then confiscated, didn't trust her. So he used to come to my mother, right, in the backyard and see, and I didn't say anything, right? So I didn't know at that time. He was a very wise man. I think he used to come to my mother to see if I would say something against him, right? And that then, if just sitting with the uncle in London and talking, would I say that, Amma, are you having an affair or something like this? Kuch aisa. I used to go in the backyard, walk at times, not always. Like he would be, I sometimes seeing him coming and talking to my mother. Uh, all the guests would come in the old house, like outside in the backyard, sit with my mother. He was my mother's nothing. I mean, what I saw is something different. So I think in a way, he was very intelligent, calm. So then he realized. मेरे फादर ने जो इतना जेंटली उनको कहा, you can't have the key. Like I would have said, you can't have the key. Well, I put in my room because she was coming in my room in the night. A discotheque में जाना उस टाइम पे in London we used to call the discotheque, not clubbing and all this. Oh, और फिर take care and darling husband, I miss you, letters लिख रही है अपने हस्बैंड को। उधर तो बरम तोबा। So यू सी, अभी कुछ कहेंगे कि दूसरों का गुनाह छुपाना, and don't, you know how God will get you. एक बद्री खाला जो मस्कती मां बारगाह में आती थी ना, लुक अलाइक हीलर, तो वो मैंने ड्रामा किया था, लेकिन ऐसा, एंड देन यू सी, माँ जिसके लिए मैं दिल, अगर हमारा घर ठीक होता, आई वुड हैव आस्क्ड हर, if I didn't have brothers and cousins, I would have asked her to come and live with us as a sister, like adopted her. उनका father था और चाहता, I could not separate. लेकिन after her father's death, or when she was also living with her aunt, right? So we could have, मैं इतना उसके लिए दिल जलाया है कराची में, कोई उसकी मदद नहीं। भाई, शादी का एक भाई छोटा वाला, वो तो अपनी बीवी के घर रहने लगा। ज़रा अपनी, तो मैं कुछ नहीं, मैं बीच ऐसे भी नहीं मैंने आंटीज़ को नहीं बोला, किसी को नहीं बोला ना उसे, कि उसको ऐसा फ़ील हो कि भाई, तुम्हारा भाई क्यों नहीं कर रहा है ऐसा। कभी हम लोग ऐसी चीज़ मेंशन नहीं करते थे। अभी ये पागलपन में जो अभी अभी मैं मेंशन कर रही हूँ। मेरे घर के हालात अगर हम लोग ठीक होते, वैसे कोई किसी का नहीं। आफ्टर माय मदर्स डेथ, पीपल चेंज्ड, पीपल बिकेम themselves. They are really evil people. I tell you, the whole world is evil, right? अच्छा, मैं कह रही थी कि you know the smear campaign, but the way I said it, I apologize. Denzo एक है वो, अच्छा recently उसका father ने उसको कहा था, इस वीडियो में कहते हैं, he says that his father said you are mentally insane. His father was a narcissist. Where's Denzo's his father? I'm trying to also look for that. तो अमेरिका मुझे समझे कि मैं साइकोपैथ हूँ और ये गलत कर रही थी फेसबुक पे अपनी आंटी, बट आई टोल्ड डेविड कि अच्छा, अब मैं चुप नहीं रहूँगी तुम्हारी माँ के अगेंस्ट, और भी बोलूँगी। They are losing it because the black magic on you failed with receipts. So, Denzo, I don't know how to talk properly with due respect. He's a gentleman. He's got such great energy that you know, for so many years I've been following Sri Ravi Shankar ji and not getting rest at all. Like the darkness is still there, and और भी मुझे breathing problem, suffocation होने लगी इधर. Excuse me, allergy. Thank God a Filipino told me in the chemist. Oh, sorry. Here we say pharmacy. Pharmacy in the that she also has like allergy here with the fish. I didn't have allergy when I used to come here in my younger years and have fish. I don't know why I've started to get allergy with fish, prawns, you name it, peanuts, egg. So the Filipino had told me that she gets, maybe it's allergy, right, with fish and eggs as she gets, and breathing problem. Oh, but this gentleman has such great energy. Sorry if I said about and I said, you know, about the smear thing. About my case, it's different. Like someone also told me that they have put such energy, like black magic. So now to explain that, but here he said that, you know, and his father was, and so telling him that you need to go to a uh, you're mentally ill, you need to go for medication and go for sessions or to the mental hospital. Bichariko, right? Father being a narcissist, oh my God, how he survived. So I was saying that The smear campaign against me that I'm a lesbian with Miss Tissa, God, I couldn't even dream about that. I had grandaunts. I loved Mamie, but I wasn't that affectionate with Mamie. With my teacher when she'd come, like chitta kutta. You tie the puppy like a puppy, right? Wild puppy. Tie the puppy on a leash. And so in school, I had difficulty with her. But when she came to my birthdays, so that affection, like a wild, terrible, more with her. But with Mamie, my aunt, my grandaunt, I have taken a picture on my birthday wearing a red hat and a red dress, sitting on the chair in the big room, with my arm around her, right? So with my arm around her, my grandaunt. Oh God. So affection more with Miss Desai showed, and these newcomers that come. So the smear campaign against me was that I could be a lesbian, right? Uh, and I didn't even know, but it was in the air. I could. So God says that the day the shins will be shown, maybe that day has come. And maybe even authorities don't realize, and even I don't realize that that day is not on Judgment Day. I have no choice. So the Muslims may think this ayat came after uh, Abu Bakr offered his 6, 7 year old daughter to the Messenger of Allah, and uh, the Messenger of Allah couldn't deny Abu Bakr. Why? How could they try? Couldn't deny. But here, in so ये भी तो देख पता नहीं after this ayat came after, but okay. So they some Shias blame Abu Bakr. Even Muhammad Ayad blamed Abu Bakr and Aisha for being loose. So that's why the adultery on, and very low class people, family, father and daughter. So that was the time when I had to say, okay, I unsubscribed. Stop putting comments there. Because this is what the Shia say. So I got a little suspicious. Anyways, Suri, I unsubscribed to Muhammad Ayat. Suri, where was I going? Suri 33. A woman who gives herself to you. Is it? I think I remember the ayat number. It could be 51 or 52. तो शिया कहते हैं कि वो बेचारा Rasulullah was trapped by Abu Bakr. How they trapped him to marry Aisha because he wanted money, like Muhammad Ayad has said about Abu Bakr and Aisha, also against them. So here we have you, O Muhammad, may put aside whom you will of them, or take to yourself whom you will, and this is only for him. And a woman who wears it, there's no blame upon you that is more suitable, maybe 50. जो भी करें मुझे इधर, लेकिन जुल्म ख़त्म होना चाहिए, ये ज़ालिमों का। और जैसे फिराया है, लाइक शिया अली से प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद की प्रोजेनी ने, द वे दे हैव ट्विस्टेड एंड टर्न द ट्रूथ. I looked at the Quran ayats, I looked at Shia tafsir, I looked at the style of the Quran, I looked at everything in question of the ayats in question. No, no, I found that this is wrong. Um, and Shias don't see it like that. They take it in another style or in another way. O Prophet, we have made lawful for you, yeah. So any believing woman who dedicates her soul to the Prophet, if the Prophet wishes to wed her, right? So here it's like this. So he's at liberty to say no. I don't want to marry you. But even then, Abu Bakr, at an earlier time, he was a prophet now, right? When he married Aisha. Abu Bakr, the Shia say, managed to dupe him or corner him into marrying his daughter, young daughter. Okay, so I don't know whether you say this Surah 33, Ayat 37, oh, 36 came afterwards. It does not behove a believer, male or female, that when Allah and His Messenger have decided an affair, they should exercise their choice. And whoever disobeys Allah and His Messenger is straight to manifest error. So here, at least Zainab, according to the Shia tafsir also, was forced to marry Zaid. Here, this is how Zainab got trapped. So if Abu Bakr, the Shia say, through their Islamic history that they take and life story of Prophet Muhammad. Then here he trapped Zainab to marry. Okay, so Abu Bakr was really bad and they trapped him. Or even Umar bin Khattab trapped him to marry Hafsa. They trapped him like this. And ये जुल्म है, this religion, ये जुल्म है. और आप लोग कैसे चुप हैं? देखें, यूएई पुलिस चुप है. उनके प्रेसिडेंट के अगेंस्ट कहा है, दुबई शेख के अगेंस्ट कहा है, चुप है. Why? ये मुनाफिक, and moreover he's also said I will kill them if I can, right? तो सिर्फ मुनाफिक होना, like it shouldn't make a difference, right? If you're a hypocrite. But in this religion, munafiq hona means find and kill, capture and kill the hypocrites. The apostate होना तो दूर की बात है. Munafiq होना, find and kill. And then this Surah Nisa at 90 collapses, and so does 91. It collapses into absurdity because the first time when Allah says these hypocrites may not be fighting you, right? But He makes it seem that they're fighting you, and if Allah gave them power, they would fight you. Moreover, future assumption. Wait a minute. Future assumption? God didn't know. God is saying in the future, He knows, and the Prophet prophesying about the future, कि ये room will, Allah told him. So, Surah 4, ayat 94 now. Goodness, इंसान कैसे कैसे माइंड चलते हैं कि जुल्म को भी अच्छा दिखाना, जालिम को भी. So here I wrote a poem long time ago in Dubai where the foes are given priorities. Are you mute? Right? Foes are given priorities. I mean, not in Dubai. I wasn't talking about Dubai, but in Dubai, I had foes given priority because they have money. God has given them priority, but God is testing them, right? Giving money, children, everything they want. Shia, believers, when you go forth in the way of Allah, discern and do not say to him who offers you the greeting of peace. So I wanted to use this for the Shias against the Sunnis in Pakistan. I've kept quiet for the so long. You are not a believer. Abhi dekho Shias, how can I? Even taking your tafsir of Aqamedi Puya. Oh, let's see. Now let's check Mizan by Allama Tabatabai. Tabat, Tabat. Let's see. Uh, Al-Khata, mistake has no elongation. To read it with elongation is wrong. Here it gives a meaning opposite of intentionally as the following verse. And whoever kills a believer intentionally shows. It does not behove in this verse denotes negation of demand or requisition. In other words, it says when a believer enters the sanctuary of faith and belief, there remains in him nothing to demand the killing of another believer who, like himself, is within the same sanctuary, except if it happens without his intention. Thus, the exception is joined, not isolated. The meaning in simple words is as follows: a believer does not want to kill a believer per se. He cannot think of killing him, knowing that he too is a believer. There are other verses like this sentence in the same style and the same negation of requisition. For example, and it is not for any man. Literally, it does not behove a man that Allah should speak to him. Surah 42, ayat 51. But Moses, Allah spoke to. It is not possible for you. But the way he spoke, it's different. I don't know how they take it, the Shias. Literally does not behove you that you should make the trees thereof to grow. Surah 27, ayat 60. But they would not believe. Literally, it would not behove them to believe in what they had rejected before. Surah 10, ayat 74, and others. So it's on. Let me skip some. This is God has never allowed, nor will He ever allow, that a believer should kill another believer. Never. He has made it unlawful except in the case of unintentional killing. Okay, and some exegetes have said that the said exception was isolated. According to them, if it is taken as a joined and real exception, it would mean that unintentional killing is ordered or allowed. However, it has been explained. Okay, so you get this very erudite, very eloquent. And whoever kills a believer by mistake, believer, yeah, remits it as alms. Okay, but if he is a tribe hostile to you, but if he be from a tribe hostile to you, the pronoun he refers to the slain believer. Hostile tribe means the unbeliever who fight the Muslims. If the person slain by mistake was a believer, but his heirs were hostile unbelievers, the obligation to free a believing slave will remain in place. Oh, but there will be no payment of blood money because the fighting unbeliever does not inherit anything from a believer. Oh God, but he does not find a penance from Allah. At the same time, oh God, this is too much. So the definition and exact designation, so it is on whether you should kill or not kill what? So you should not kill a believer, but you can kill a fighting disbeliever. Definition is not clear. I have to read this. It's too long. But I have to. Surely Allah does not. Let me see if I can find something for you. So al-darb in this context means marching, traveling. Where? Oh, darb. Oh, you who believe, when you march forth in the way of Allah. Darb. Al-darb in this context means marching, traveling. The qualification, traveling. So if you are traveling in the way of Allah or marching in the way of Allah, in God's way shows that it means marching forth for jihad. Okay. Al-tabayyun. Al-tabayyun, to distinguish. Here it means to differentiate between believer and unbeliever. As the next sentence shows, and do not say to anyone who offers you salutation of peace, you are not a believer. Offering peace means offering the salutation of the believers, that is peace. Some recites have recited it as al-salam, submission, surrender. Coveting the good of this world's life indicates greed of riches, war booty. But with Allah, there are abundant gains. Al-Mughanim is plural of maghnam, gain or war booty. What is with God is more excellent than this world's benefits. But if it's more war booty, then if we go to Surah Anfal, the war booty is for Allah. Why? The war booty that you get from the spoils of war is for Allah. And what does this mean then? Here Allah says, Allah has better war booty or gain. You can even take it as war booty. You were such before, then Allah conferred grace upon you. My goodness, and you too. Oh my God, terrible. According to the above explanation, the clause, okay, but fighting, darb, means traveling in the way of Allah, or fighting or marching in the way of Allah, marching in battle, right? But this, okay, so marching in battle. Okay, you could say, but you could also say traveling in the way of Allah, right? Okay. Now let's see what, since I've come here. Oh, how do I go to the main page? Oh, God. No, no, no. This is, oh no. Traveling or marching in the way of Allah. You see, I take the highest challenge like march, you would say. But have you ever thought of traveling in the way of Allah? That if someone doesn't give you salam, then this, and what Aka Mehdi Puya, your own religious scholar Shia, has written on this ayat. No, I have to go to the highest challenge of proving that you could be traveling in the way of Allah and killing disbelievers, taking lives of disbelievers. This is what you see. And then you're okay. Let's see what. Maybe I should. No, this would be even harder for me. Mm. To be careful when interceding for someone, they should refrain if the subject of intercession was undesirable and likely to cause evil and mischief. This, oh God. 85 to 91. The verses were connected with the preceding ones as these are concerned with the order fighting against a particular group of polytheists in context take. So the double faced among them. One mediation it is seen on mediation it is seen that they were revealed about some polytheists who claim to accept Islam in the presence of the believers. Yeah? And when they return, my God, this is also okay. So this is how Allama Tabatabai takes it. Such people would be repeatedly followed by others like them. All of them will be required to offer peace to the Muslims. If they fail to do so, they should be fought. This is the main theme, for which the ground is paved by describing the condition of intercession in one verse and offering of greetings in another, as it is relevant to offering of peace. Whoever intercedes in a good intercession will have a share. Okay, this is 85. Then we come to what is the matter with you? The group, party, cars theme shows that this verse branches whoever intercedes a good intercession. The sentence whomsoever Allah forsakes. What about the disbelievers being divided? The believers being divided. So this is too much, and I don't think I'm going to go into this online. I will go into this later. Let's go to, this is too much reading for me. You see, this way. Hmm? Oh, a lot. I thought last time in Karachi, it were on, they had on this website or some other Abath Hawaii's website, Mizan, only a few. Now they have it all in English. They work at. So this address is tinged with the censure of the Prophet for forbidding himself something which God had allowed him. However, it does not clarify what that thing was, apart from the fact that it was because you seek to please your wives. This signals that it was something allowable which the Prophet was doing, but which his wives did not like. Therefore, they gave him a hard time and irked him until he assuaged them by taking an oath to stop doing it and not to ever do it again. O Prophet, by addressing the Prophet as a Prophet Nabi rather than as a Messenger Rasul, it indicates that it is speaking to the Prophet about a personal matter pertaining to him directly, not anything relating to his mission as a messenger, but as a prophet nevertheless. Why do you forbid, or personal, but even then he's a prophet. So why do you forbid that which yourself, that which God has made lawful for you? Forbidding here means making something unlawful through swearing an oath not to do it, as indicated by the second verse. God indeed has sanctioned for you the expiation of your oaths. The apparent meaning of the verse is that the Prophet took an oath not to do something, similar to the type of oath known as the Yameen, which one must comply with. Either one swears to do something and must do it, or swears not to do something. Here the Prophet, this oath. What about making it haram? Let's see. Here the Prophet swore not to do something which God had allowed him to do, thereby forbid himself what God had allowed him through an oath. Forbidding tahrim here does not mean that the Prophet legislated a lawful thing as unlawful for himself in a Sharia sense. It would not be. Now, if you want to read this, the way Allama Tabatabai has put it, you can read it, right? And get it. But I challenge Allama Tabatabai on this. Lawful thing as unlawful, legislated. Forbidding tahreem here does not mean. Why doesn't it mean that? Here does not mean. Why doesn't it mean that? Mean that the Prophet legislated a lawful thing as unlawful for himself in Sharia sense. But for himself, he forbid it. Okay, not in the Sharia sense that it will apply to all Muslim believers. So it will not come in the Sharia, but forbidding himself, it is making it haram. He is forbidding himself, right? Which for himself he shouldn't also have forbidden. He could have refrained from it, but not forbidding himself. It would not be his place to do that. You seek to please your wives, meaning you seek to please them through forbidding this. This clause is either an equivalent expression, okay, I can't. For you, forbid, to harramu, Surah 66, Ayat 1, or a clause, describing its subject. Is this DAL or okay? It conveys that the censor is really directed at the wives, something emphasized by if you, oh God, it goes on and on and on. Okay, so what, okay, he explains all this, but Prophet Muhammad should not have forbidden himself on oath this. He refrained from it, but not forbidding himself. As a prophet, let me show you something else. Seeking to please your wives when they have become, now what have they become? Hypocrites. Allama Tabatabai doesn't uh, expound on that. His wives have become hypocrites. So all this, right, I saw, and you can go on explaining on this, but pleasing the wives who have now, do you realize that the wives are now, he can divorce them, but, and he can't even, tafsir. Oh God, help me. These Shias will come after my throat. My goodness. I hope I get Mizan. No, I'm getting groups and God knows what. Allama. Want to open in another tab? Allama Tabatabai. Allah Allah. Tabatabai. Allah Allah. Toba Toba Shias. Tum log. I don't know what you have been, how you have been. Even your religious scholars. Sorry, I don't mean to say that I'm some. I don't mean to. अच्छा बाबा माफ़ करो मैं बहुत थक गई हूँ I can't read all this. Toba, 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 toba. Oh. And because I can take time, right, and read all this and then help you leave Islam. Now, against Tabatabai, Allama Tabatabai. Allah, Allah. Oh my God, or have they taken gods from earth who raised the dead? Where's that? Oh, what did I do? Oh no. verse 27, please. Oh, so, oh, introduction. So, Allama Tabatabai. Okay, and then, oh God. So, he gave this man, Hazrat Khizr, power not applicable impossibility, but our presence from Ilm Laduni. Hazrat Khizr killed a boy. So if you want to read this, yeah, but I said I will. You see, if you, oh my goodness, Shias, मुझे माफ कर दो, राइट? लेकिन मैं तो मुझे मारो नहीं, जुल्म नहीं करो, अपोस्टेट पे जुल्म नहीं करो, but I have to, because ये शिया भी बड़े जालिम हैं अपोस्टेट के अगेंस्ट. एंड अच्छा, अब मुझे इधर से दिखाना है कि अल्लामा तबाताबाई, very eloquent and tafsir, ना? Going to please his wife because they were irking him. ये नहीं, he's not questioned concerning her. ये 27 का कब आएगा? माफ करो बाबा, ये क्या है? जालिमों के साथ रह के जालिमों का इंटेलेक्ट और मैं अल्लामा तबातबाई का को करेक्ट करूं. When is this coming? ये थोड़ा इसको तो ठीक करो, इस वेबसाइट को तो ठीक करो. Character who? Here he describes them as servants, and in the next verse he describes their excellence in servitude by stating the signs of traits, characteristics, and outcomes of their servitude. तो प्रॉफिट अपने आप पे हराम कर सकता है, लेकिन इधर what is meant by the honor here is being honored by honored here. Honor here is being honored by means of servitude, not because of something else. The meaning boils down to they are servants in the real sense of servitude, and the evidence now uh, and all intelligent beings are God's servants, but the angels are specifically called servants. Okay, because they find it an honor. Okay, and they're not supposed to speak. So the angels, either Allama Tabatabai nahi keh rahe. He's like the Sunni who say they do not precede him in speech, and only according to his command do they act. But prophet, as a prophet, can act according to his own desire. An expression could be an allusion to will, wishing, implying that a person's will pursuant to another person's will, and this, according to his command, should have come after, and all this. तुम लोगों को कैम्ब्रिज जाना है, पढ़ना है, पढ़ो, right? कुम जाना है, कुम जाओ, अल्लामा तबातबाई का पूरा पढ़ो, तुम लोगों को मुबारक हो, ये ऐसा, right? मुझे अपना दिमाग ख़राब नहीं करना है ज़्यादा मज़ीद, जितना हो चुका और जितना मैंने देख चुकी हूँ मैं. अभी ये एंजल्स हैं. अच्छा, ये मुसीबत है ना, ये फिर कभी उधर कभी तो सुन्नी राइट है, फिर पता नहीं कौन है ये. ऑनर्ड जीसस क्राइस्ट के बारे में मेंशन हुआ था, एंजल्स कह रहे हैं. This is how your Allama Tabatabai Shias defends Prophet Muhammad. Okay, he can. Acha, Surah Najm ki ayat kaun si hai? Now I have to look into Surah Najm's ayat. मुझे devils के ayat enough. You understand? ये devil goes into details and the you can no wait a minute. Who rescues? Oh, prophet. He's called a prophet, not a messenger. Okay. Or prophet, right? Either the prophet है ना. So then, O prophet, why do no? It doesn't say O prophet. He. एक तो तुम लोगों का अल्लाह भी सूरह अब्बास हमें O prophet, fear Allah and do not obey the disbelievers and the hypocrites. So why did he go pleasing his hypocritical wives? O prophet. Oh, तो ऐसे अगर तुम लोग ऐसे शैतानी काम करोगे बताओगे इंटेलेक्चुअली तो मैं ऐसे आऊंगी और ऐसे तुम लोगों को पकड़ लिया शियाओं को ठीक है ठीक नहीं है या है अल्लाह मा तबा तबाई मीज़ान now we go to surrender history अरे मारते हो तुम लोग भी apostate women को ऐसा क्या समझते हो अपने आप ऐसे जालिम हो तुम लोगों को मैं जान के शियाओं को भी my god look at this I think I should तालियां बजाओ don't go into too much intellectual nonsense this verse enjoins the prophet to godwariness in preparation for prohibition do not obey the faithless and the hypocrites the tone of prohibition which combines the faithless and the hypocrites together and forbids the prophet from obeying them indicates either actually Allama Tabatabai has not said that only prophets followers here I caught your prophet and Allama Tabatabai and Aka Medipuya are both contradicting maybe aage bole support their narration about the okay you see here Revelation. Maybe he'll mention later, but he does mention that the verse enjoins the prophet to God wariness, not only his followers. Then why did he go? Earth कर रहे हैं या जो भी कर रहे हैं wives, he can. There's another way out. When there's another way out, like it's not like you're in such a severe case in the desert when you have to have, if you find pig, you can have pork, which is haram in Islam. There's a way open. Divorce them, right? You don't have, the Prophet didn't have to prohibit himself what the whites were irking him about and kept irking him and irking him. Even the hypocrites can irk you and irk you and irk you. Believers, what are you told to do? Go pleasing the hypocrites by making it haram on yourselves? Here, Surah 31, 3 ayat 1, Prophet, O Prophet, be wary of Allah and do not obey the faithless and the hypocrites. Do not command. Now does Akamedi Puya say there's a way out of this command? This is not a command, this is just a suggestion of God. Allah is just suggesting. So God cautions him against acceding to their request and enjoins him instead to follow what God has revealed to him. Like, don't even take their request. Forget that they are annoying you to make you, force you, or put you under duress even to do something. You have a way out. Allah should bring a way out for you instead of making it haram. What Allah has made for yourself also, right, as a believer. Or whether this is a command or not, Or is this a suggestion? I don't know. I can't see properly. And enough. I'm not going to waste my time on this. Can uh can you not see? Can Lama Tabatabai not see that the wives, the moment they're annoyed, and come on, Shias, don't tell me that Aisha and Hafsa are not considered hypocrites and hypocrites, right? 70 times if you ask forgiveness for them, Allah, it's not for Ali, Imam Ali Abu Talib, uh, the father, Abu Talib, that verse. Do not, prohibition, preparation for the prohibition. Here, where Allah tells Adam, do not go near the tree, that becomes a suggestion because of what Arabic? And here, this is a prohibition to profit. Prohibition, I missed. My fault. Oh my God. तो उधर कुछ गड़बड़ करोगे तो इधर हमने पकड़ लिया आप लोगों को. आप लोगों के बड़ों बड़ों को पकड़ लिया. डिफेंड करते हुए ऐसे ऐसे और क्या क्या दिमाग रीजंस आते हैं. राइट. तो why should I waste my time? I wasted so many years in this false religion. But okay, showing you it is a honor to help you Shias. अब वो भी आएंगे सकलैन हैदर अभी तक पागलों जैसे वो बखैर वो एक होते हैं ना कि हमको नहीं समझो हुसैन का मातम है हम तो करेंगे जंजीर का. वो उधर कह रहे हैं कुछ उलमा के नहीं नहीं ये अच्छा हम मना नहीं कर सकते पाकिस्तानियों को बाबा हमें मारे नहीं. ये तो सुनेंगे नहीं. लेकिन अल्लामा मुतहरी ने बोल दिया कि ये जैसे करते हैं कुछ इतना हुसैन कुछ इतना एग्जैजरेट इन मजलिसेस. राइट. This is terrible. Allama Mutahari said it against some of his own Shias. Exaggerate karke or ye karke. Right? Now, your intellectuals and all finish. आओ इधर आना है सही तरह हो जैसे मुंह मुंह का जवाब माइंड का जवाब माइंड से अभी बहुत हो चुका. राइट. इनफ इज इनफ. जालिमों का रिलीजन जालिम अल्लाह. नाउ इनफ. दे इसने इन्होंने अपना उस पे दिल पे जो भी अपना दिमाग to defend his prophet. This is my research. I don't want to waste much time on this now. या तो अल्लामा आका मेहदीपुया का लो या तो ये लो या दोनों लो. नहीं हो सकता. If you want to go deep in one thing but the truth remains very direct. Go to a direct thing. कोई इधर हम लोग कोई अल्लाह क्या कह like what? So study like Allama Tabatabai and then come here. And I don't have time for your intellectualism also anymore, you see. And I don't have that enough. नो नो, यू सी ये ज़ालिमों की दुनिया है, ज़ालिमों का रिलीजन है, और रिलीजन ज़ालिमों ने इतना ब्यूटीफुल कर दिया, एक जो killing the disbelievers, killing the fighting the disbelievers and keep fighting them until you make them Muslims. वो मैं मुझे आया कि अल्लाह को अगर आयत सबके लिए लानी है, it's for everyone who should understand, right? तो फिर साफ साफ बताओ, ऐसा क्या ये कोई वो हाई स्टैंडर्ड पोट्री बुक थोड़ी है कि इट्स वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट हाईएस्ट इन eloquence जो किसी को नहीं समझ में आए until you graduate from 12th grade and you go into the university, and at the level of like the last after 4 years or maybe PhD you would understand. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि ये आयतें आप लोग, ये आयतें एक नर्सरी से अंडरस्टैंड होनी चाहिए थी, या 9 years की बच्ची को अंडरस्टैंड होना चाहिए था. इतनी सिंपल क्लियर होनी चाहिए. These eyes should be clear, simple, for a 9-year-old to understand, so she can on her own, not because she's born in a Muslim family, by understanding Quran ayats. That's what Allah says, appeals to, or understanding albab, or people of remembrance, or people of akal, intellect. तो अकल के बिल्कुल नीचे आके अल्लाह को कम्युनिकेट करना चाहिए था कि even a 9-year-old girl could understand when she practices her religion, 5 times prayers, जब उन पे वाजिब हो जाता है, obligatory. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आप यूनिवर्सिटी में जाके अंडरस्टैंड करें कुरान, योर द इस्लामिक यूनिवर्सिटी, और अल्लाह तबा तबाई को पढ़ें कि ये सही है, वो नहीं सही है, वो रिलीजियस स्कॉलर नहीं सही है. ऐसा होना ही नहीं चाहिए. इट शुडंट बी लाइक दैट. Moreover, just adding to this, I had enough. See, Allama Tabatabai just cannot say it. If he were to say, right, Aja, this, that the Surah Anbiya 27 is about the servants of Allah, all, not only the angels, then also the prophets. Thinking, oh my God, it's terrible. Why am I pushing it? Al Mizan. It is so terrible. Oh, where was I to go? 11 ayat Hud, 10 or 10th ayat. Ask those who know if you don't know. Alam. Oh God. If you are in doubt, पता नहीं ये है, अभी इतना पढ़ना पड़ेगा. If you are in doubt, I don't know, 93 है, 94 है, 9 क्या है? I have to search it out. एक तो ऐसे कट्टर शिया हैं, माय गुडनेस, छोड़ते नहीं हैं किसी को, इस पे स्टक है. These verses present an argument for the truth of what God has revealed in this chapter of the Quran regarding the creation and resurrection. I'm sick and tired. Sorry, I don't have patience anymore. 1094. I am on 1094, right? God knows what this is. 1094. नहीं नहीं, ये मुझे मैगजीन्स में इन्होंने कोई शिया को भेजा है, मोहसिन अली को। मोहसिन अली, आ जाए इधर। ऐसे पीछे से वार नहीं करें। So if you are in doubt about what we have sent down to you, ask those who read the book before you. The truth has suddenly come to you from your Lord. So do not be among the skeptics. Sorry. Shak means suspicion, and the phrase about what we have sent down to you refers to the teachings related to the creation and God's custom judging. When God discussed in when God says, ask those who read the book before you, the verb, okay, it's present tense verb signifying continuity, while the prepositional phrase before you qualifies the meaning of the book, meaning the kitab, the book that was sent down before you, right? Thank God, okay. So this is what the context indicates. Therefore, the meaning of the verse is, so if you, O prophet, are in doubt and have misgivings about what have, thank goodness. ये नहीं क्या followers through the prophet followers को बोल रहा है. O prophet, so if you, O prophet, with exclamation mark लिखा है, are in doubt, Allah matabadabai ne, and have misgivings about what we have sent down to you, about the teaching relating to the creation and the resurrection, and the summarized accounts of previous prophets that reflect the divine order that govern God's creation, namely to invite people to the truth first, and then to judge between them and ask those of the people of the book who continue to read the book that was sent down before you. I swear the truth has suddenly come to you from your Lord, so do not be among the skeptics who are hesitant. Now, this does not imply the existence of any doubt in the heart of the prophet. Oh my God. Nor does it confirm any hesitation from him. Oh my goodness. The form of address is valid for addressing those who may harbor doubts. Oh my goodness. उधर क्या प्रॉफिट को बोल रहा है, तो वो प्रॉफिट को बोल रहा है इधर. नो 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 नो, लामा तबा तबाई. अच्छा, अब आपको ये पढ़ना है और ये इस पे बिलीव लाना है, इस इंटरप्रिटेशन पे आप लोग लाएं, राइट? This is a common method in the norms of communication and understanding. Oh, Mahsan Ali, you want to stick to Allama Tabatabai? Toba, toba, toba. For instance, one might present an argument for a matter, then say if you have doubts, and then this, and then that. Instance, example, आप लोग किसका दे रहे हैं इधर? The focus of the discourse then is that there are teachings that God has made clear to you with हाँ वो तो है, right? But not, I mean, oh my God, look at Tabatabai also really dodges. Learned people of Israel recognize it, yeah? People of the book, yeah? Jews and anything else here? Oh my God, sorry. I just it is addressed to the prophet if he has any doubts. A donkey like me who reads this should understand. Instead of this, all this way of explaining. So Shias, आप लोगों को ये hard ये वे लेना है कि आपके रिलीजियस स्कॉलर्स सुभान अल्लाह सुभान अल्लाह ओ माय गॉड क्या क्या बात है what Arabic what explanation look how God has put it here amazing this like have to what was Alama Tabatabai oh my God erudite and understanding the Arabic like angel would understand and all this, right? Okay, I'm going now. Okay, Zahra को कुछ नहीं आता है कुछ नहीं आता तभी तो ये है ना तुम लोगों में क्या है स्किज़म हुए राइट एक इमाम को तभी तो ये हुआ है अशर नशर
We'll be back. Until then, thank you so much.